Progress and visionary leadership. Not carrying hope for a brighter future. The new national party. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. We love it. The future looking real bright, and we moving on just right. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. We love it. There's no segregation. We're the best party and we know it. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary NNP. Anniversary. Happy anniversary NNP. 40 years and going strong. Providing a solid foundation for the nation future. 40 years of greatness. Development and progress, yeah. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. We love it. 40 years we going strong and getting stronger. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. We love it. The future looking real bright, and we moving on just right. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary.
A pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Happy anniversary.
And how are we this afternoon? To the persons on my Facebook and YouTube page, how are we doing this afternoon? How are you? How are you? Today, Wednesday, the 25th day of September.
It's a celebration.
We're on for another program,
We love it.
another day.
Real bright, and we moving on just right. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. We love it. There's no segregation. We're the best party and we know it. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary NNP. Anniversary. Happy anniversary NNP. 40 years and going strong. Providing a solid foundation for the nation future. 40 years of greatness.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And progress.
the song that you're hearing
It's a
is the official song
celebration. We love it.
for the 40th anniversary of the new national party.
It's a celebration. It's a celebration. We love it. There's no segregation. We're the best party.
I'm gonna pull it up a little while.
Yes, we go
Let's get used to it.
stronger.
Let's get used to this one.
It's a celebration. We love it. The future looking real bright, and we moving on just right. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary NNP. Anniversary. Happy anniversary NNP. 40 years of resilience. Progress and visionary leadership. Not carrying hope for a brighter future.
Go ahead right now, tag somebody,
The new national party.
share the page, and let them know
Celebration.
that class is in session.
We love it.
Welcome to the persons that are listening in the region.
Not just right.
Seeing somebody from Trinidad and Tobago, good afternoon to you.
Celebration. We love
To the persons out there in the diaspora, Canada,
party and we know it.
the United States of America, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon.
Anniversary.
As I have mentioned, the song that you're hearing right now, the official,
Providing a solid foundation.
the official
Nation future 40 years of greatness.
song for the new national party 40th
Development and progress. Yeah.
anniversary.
It's a celebration. It's a celebration. We love it. The future looking real bright, and we moving on just right. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. We love it. There's no segregation. We're the best party and we know it. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary NNP. Anniversary. Happy anniversary NNP. Going strong and getting stronger. NNP.
Happy anniversary NMP. Happy anniversary NMP. Happy anniversary NMP.
So officially, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good afternoon to each and every one of you. We are here again for another class in session program with yours truly, Royalty James. We are gonna, as per usual, have our political social conversation this afternoon. And I included social this evening because I have a social conversation, just briefly to touch on. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we want to start the day properly. Yes, somebody is trying to reach me right now, but it's about time to reach me right now because I'm actually on the program. Yes, so if you're trying to reach me right now, I know it's going to be really difficult for you guys. So let's get that out of the way and ensure that that person clear up the line. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, let us first officially do it in a congratulatory way, and especially to the persons here in the classroom. I want to give a warm congratulations to the newest members of the Grenada's Parliament. Senator Dwight Hosford and Dr. Mayana Charles are the newly selected senators by the new National Party to be a part of Grenada's Parliament, and we want to say congratulations to them. And remember, when I would have mentioned that they were in glee as it relates to the resignation of two of the persons in the senatorial role, and I said to them, you guys are in glee for God knows what, because you guys were aware as to who were leaving, but you guys were not prepared for who was coming. And so all these speculations that you guys run around with, and so many things that you guys would have said, ladies and gentlemen, we want to give a very warm class in session welcome to Senator Dr. Mayana Charles and Senator Dwight Hosford. We want to say congratulations to you guys, and we are indeed grateful that you guys have accepted the opportunity that has been given. We know definitely for both parties, in terms of their education and intellect, we do know that there is a vast intellectual understanding on the both persons, and they both have the capacity to be, great representatives for us, and therefore we want to say all the best, and we know you guys are going to do a wonderful job. So we say congratulations to both parties, and we tip our hats as we know you guys are going to represent the new National Party as we know you guys can. Yeah? So we want to extend that very early, and we know, as I said, it is going to be a task there, and it is a task that I know you guys can and will be able to fulfill. All right. With that being said, officially we want to inform persons. I know many of you guys are aware, or already are aware, that the party would have had a carded bingo event that was supposed to happen earlier on in this year, and so that did not happen. That event did not happen, and so on the 27th of October it will be its new date for the event. Yeah, let's get that, let's ensure that we put that down. Yeah. Somebody say the AG Joseph shaking. Yeah, we know, we're quite aware. So the new National Party 40th anniversary bingo fundraising event happens on Sunday the 27th of October. $100,000 in cash and prizes. One Suzuki Ignis hybrid car will be given out, $50,000 in cash and other prizes. Tickets are only $60 for one, $100 for two, and the free buses are available island-wide. This would happen at the Victoria Park out there in Grenville, St. Andrews. All right? So put that, as old people say, put that in your smoke and pipe it. Yeah, that the new National Party bingo event that was carded for earlier on in this year, that's before the passage of the hurricane, it is now carded for the 27th of October. All right? And we want to say you guys need to put yourself out and be a part of this one. Somebody saying good afternoon to the classroom. I'm over in the diaspora in Canada. I'm looking forward to a wonderful afternoon with you. Yes, and definitely I'm going to do that with you guys. My very first social conversation, and I am not scared in any way to address. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, we are all grown persons, and we all have a responsibility as a people to sometimes look on and speak on issues that you know that if the other side, not just the other side meaning politically, I'm speaking the other side on the basis of persons who are looking on, maybe looking on to Grenada, maybe looking on as, to other officers, and I'm speaking in this situation as it relates to a present arrest that was conducted by the Royal Grenada Police Force. Yeah, and that, ladies and gentlemen, threw me off like a million and one. Yeah? It threw me off like a million and one. One Nigel John have been charged for the offense of incest for having sexual intercourse with his daughter. A member of the Royal Grenada Police Force. Let me say this. I don't know if you all want to politicize it and say whether or not he is supporting whatever side or whatever political party and we're talking about it. This, ladies and gentlemen, is, to me, as a girl father, is despicable, and I don't put it, I'm not going to sugarcoat it in any way. One is innocent until proven guilty. And so 10 counts of such offense is very rare that they all be thrown on the side. Yeah? Now, this is a serious allegation. This is a serious name that has been placed upon the Royal Grenada Police Force. And let me say again, now, there has been an individual prior, for those who are aware, that have been charged and imprisoned for such offense before, a member of the Royal Grenada Police Force. Now, I don't care what you say to me. This right there, Nigel Joseph, subject to correction, that name is Nigel Joseph. I don't care what you say to me. As a father, distance, I don't care if you have not been in that child's life for 15 years. I don't care. The mere fact that the name father biologically goes with you and this female individual, there should not be any, not even a hint of sexual arousement that should come in a masculine mind. More so on the fact that you have taken an oath to state, to ensure that persons do not commit offenses of that sort. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, based on the investigation and the information that have been made public, this is 10 counts of the offense. 10 counts. It means more so that this was a regular practice of the offender or the alleged offender. Let me put it that way. This, ladies and gentlemen, it seems that it was a regular practice of the alleged offender. How, ladies and gentlemen, can you say to me, because I'm not giving okay for if it happened one time, it shouldn't happen at all, but more so that it happened, God forbid it happened, but to be alleged for it happening not once, not twice, not 3 times, this allegation surpasses 10 instances. Well, not surpasses, but reach to 10 instances. And mind you, it is said that the individual has other children. So you defile one. Now the question now is, how are you to father 9 other children? I don't care if it's boys or girls. What advice can you now give to a son? And what can you say to your remaining girl children? Answer me this. Yo, this is not a sexual assault, you know. This is not instances where you say he happens to touch his daughter. This is not a situation where we are saying that the daughter is alleging that daddy happens to touch me. I'm going to bring it raw as possible. We're grown people here. This is a man. Well, I don't call him man because I'm supposed to be in the same category. This is a figure that undress himself. And when I say undress, I don't mean all the clothes. But he exposes his person. As we say in the law, that's what the words use for your genitals. And more so, your daughter. Relieving or revealing her person. And to reach the point of sexual intercourse. Something have to be totally wrong in Grenada. But you know what sickens me? He's on bail. Bail has been granted. Bail has been granted. Something has to be wrong with our judicial system. I don't care what you say to me. This act, ladies and gentlemen, I don't care what you say to me, whether or not he is not or not a flight risk. When you act like the animal, you should be placed with the animals. God forbid, I shouldn't say placed with the animals, but placed in a place where you acted like an animal or where you could act like an animal. My apologies. Let me not say the persons at the prison are animals, because I don't want them grasping that concept from it. I do apologize. But when you act like the dog, you to be placed in the kennel. Because there is no way a judge would sit and realize this is a regular practice. This man didn't do that once. You're looking at 10 conks. 10. And too many times we have heard of sexual offenses. And let me read something. I didn't finish this morning, but I want to read something from our very own Akima Paul. He posted it this morning, and this is Miss Paul on the outside looking in as a Grenadian. Right? She says in a status 22 hours ago, delving into the stats on the sexual violence in Grenada. For a small island, it is scary. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to this. 335 reports of sexual offenses to the police in 2022. Of this 91, it involves intercourse with a person between 13 and 16. 9 involves intercourse with persons under 13, and 8 involves incest. And that's just what is reported. Are you listening, those status, ladies and gentlemen? This is frightening for me as a father. And I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, and if you want to take it as a political front, I don't business. But somebody just mentioned it in the comment section. Fix the judicial system. But let me tell you something. And I'm speaking from a dark place in my heart right now. Sorry. But you see, when it comes to my daughter, if a man tries that with my child, there is not a cell in Grenada or a holding place that you can keep him and have me outside, because I am going to find you. It is high time as men, and I used to hear people saying, oh, young ladies bringing themselves to men, and the men are getting caught up. Let me say to you, as a man with a brain, you have to be able to tell who is a mature female as opposed to who is a damn little girl. Because if you're serious about the individual, as a man, you will dive into information in knowing who is that child, where that child from, who is she parent, what is her possible age, even if she looks mature. We have a generation and growth, especially here in the Caribbean. We have a big genetic of people, big people. It's only lately I've seen children going to school in Form 1 looking like if they're in pre-primary school. I go to school with some big fellas, including myself. There are people that went through their lives that might have had those incidents. There are women walking among us today and might have had that experience. So I know where some persons are going mentally with that. And if you're going to be in a system, in a society where you're hearing those numbers, ladies and gentlemen, 335. Ladies and gentlemen, the year is made up of 365 days. As a small country like Grenada, you're saying to me we were 30 shy of a percentage of nearly one reported case of a sexual offense per day. So it possibly means that every day, a young woman, a young man is sexually offended. So as opposed to dealing with all the gun-related offenses that you're hearing about and the probable theft offenses, there is still sexual offenses. And you're saying to me, even 9 involves person under the age of 18, 91 involve intercourse with the person, between 13 and 16, 91, And as Mrs. Lambert would have ended by saying, that is just what was reported. Because let me tell you something, he has some wicked parents outside here that's still going and collect money. Hush money, I would call it. And to tarnish the name of the son or daughter in the name of a dollar bill. As I said, from a very dark place, ain't nobody defiling my daughter. That me coming here or doing any other little job to ensure that she has food on her table, clothes on her back, and let me include my son in that. And then at the end of the day, you take your nasty self, your pedophile self, and do what you want with what I'm growing. Because they go lock both of us up, and when we get to the prison, I'm still looking for you. The judicial system needs, I don't want, because it seems like in no way throughout the length and breadth of Grenada you're protected. Teachers doing it, police doing it, doctors doing it, everybody. So at this stage, we're in a society where we can't even know where to turn. We can't know where to turn. And another important point there by Miss Patterson on Facebook. What is the healing process of those victims? Yeah, we find the perpetrators and we send them to prison. And we leave them at the prison and we're still feeding them. Yeah? What happens to these young men and young ladies? What happens to them? They're left to fend for themselves within a society which scorn, stereotype. Oh, your father take you, your uncle take you, and you have to be raw when we're having those conversations. I tell you, when I speak to my children, I just be raw as possible. Afraid to tell them nothing. If I don't tell them, Google is going to tell them. If I don't tell them, they go, here, eat a seat on the bus. The friend is going to send it for them on Instagram. Yeah? So I'm being raw now. Let me say to you, these young parents, of my age especially, stop afraid to talk to your children. As old people will say, talk to them in good and in bad. Don't afraid to talk to your children. It's kind of thing where we want to sugarcoat. It is there. They're Googling it. They're all over the place. Yeah? Walking through town. Yeah? Young guys standing on the side by Foodlands area there. Night passing and but 4 school children in uniform. Convent students. One of them amongst the guys, I think he sipped one of them. He suited one of them. And then the others who were there was like, hey boy, what are you doing? Just like that. So the persons we calling thugs and gangsters and so on, they are cursing those among them that might be doing it. We're not saying that all are going to do it. But I hear they telling him, watch, come out and just shopping this boy. School children boy, that little children boy. Don't just shopping this, and that's how they were talking to him. Change the system. Change this. So when we're running and we want to bring it out there, that we have the best set of things, and we want to show an image, basically, because that is all you all are thinking. And I'm going to be politics conversation now, because all you guys are showing is an image, and then when the rest of the world read things like this, it is shameful. Fix it. Going on the Ministry of Education. Last week, Friday, a teacher at a primary school was assaulted. Yeah? Was assaulted. More so by 3 individuals. Now, I don't know the story, what the teacher did. But if we are going to reach to the point, ladies and gentlemen, where as parents, our responsibility to our children is to grow them up in the right way. Now, if it means that you go to a school, or a child say to you, or your children says to you, Miss did this to me, and you go to the school and you didn't get your satisfaction. Now, there is nothing wrong in writing a letter or going to the Ministry of Education. Maybe speak to a liaison officer, because I know normally there are liaison officers within the Ministry of Education at those schools. Sometimes, or some of the schools even have officers or police officers that are attached to the school. Now, we know what it means to get upset. We know how it feels to bust out in whatever anger or situation that we're in. But let me say to you, those teachers, principals, are the wives and husband, daughter, aunt, granddaughter, niece, nephew of somebody. And just how you want to protect your own, it saddens me that I'm not here in Grenada the day when, just like many of you guys want to defend or your daughter or your son or whatever, somebody is going to, in the same breath, protect their very own. And I'm not promoting violence, but there are young teachers that are within the different schools right now. Young, 20, 38, 28, going on there. So the parents are still basically there in their lives. And just like you as a parent would get upset for somebody disrespecting or assaulting your child, one day when you assault a teacher or principal at a school, their family too would come back for their payback. And it saddens me that, as I said, I don't want to be in a green data like this. To the Ministry of Education, we are aware as to the heightened incidents and criminal activities throughout the length and breadth of Grenada. I don't know if you guys want to liaise with a security company, because some of the schools have they hire their own securities, or we have it that the Royal Grenada Police Force make regular checks at those schools. We saw what happened last week with a female student in town and what was found in her possession. If you believe that every student is going in school to learn, think again. There are some that are going through the motion. And from time to time, if the Royal Grenada Police Force, if the Ministry of Education don't make some of these students understand that they too are to uphold or upkeep the law of the land like every other adult, then we are brewing something else. Because let me say to you, as a brother, my sister was standing up in a school and a parent come in and disrespect her. And as a brother, I stay in there and take it. Some of you guys need to get it right in the same breath like parents. You cannot walk into an educational institution and be one, obscene, disorderly, and then reach to the point of assaulting a teacher. I think that is too much. I think that in itself is too much. I don't care who it was involving. If the principal didn't give you satisfaction, the mere fact that you reach to the point of assaulting the teacher is a whole different scope. You don't want results again. You want a fight. And then we sometimes don't think further. And you expect now that child to remain at the school, and the remaining teachers supposed to treat him or her as mommy nice child. Let me say to you, if I was some of these teachers, while all the other children learning that what shines in the day is sun, I telling him that is stars. I showing him, I say there is a boat. I pointing the sun and I say there is a boat. Because if it's stupid, some of us as parents want to play, then you have to bring the stupidity back to them as teachers. I've been honest. So while everybody learning 3 and 4 is 7, for him 1 and 6 is 700. Yeah? And every time I give you a thing in report, nothing on the report. I don't put nothing in the report section. Nothing. Maybe in the section where the principal had to sign in the comment section there, I say, please send him back to school next term for the whole year. Because you guys compromise your children learning, and then sometimes you all expect teachers and principals to treat them in the same manner like every other student. while your parents coming in the school and assault me, I supposed to teach you everything else. So I supposed to guide you to the future. Joke you're making. If you ask me who is Jesus, I tell you Jesus used to live in Guav. He had 2 boats. You're playing wicked. Moving on. So that was my social conversation. I had to get that social conversation out of the way because, you know, sometimes, as I always say, we speak both social and political conversation. That is important. Yeah? And that, to me, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the things that I wanted to get out of the way very early. Yeah? Now, I want to again read something, you know. I want to read something for you guys. So, let me ensure my hand fall on it. I want to ensure that my hands fall on it because somebody jumped on it before I did, and you guys need to, you guys just be greedy. Eh? Now, I guess somebody would have stolen this individual's page, and let's leave it at that. But AJ Williams, Andy, would have posted, "Stay focused, people. Just listen a clip where the leader of the opposition said in his time the economy was booming because he provided roadwork for people. Lord help us." His words. From my understanding, roadwork still continues. Roadwork normally takes up to 2 months in the year. What about the other 10 months? Compare this project, Build Back Better, providing work for hundreds of contractors island-wide. Mind you, he didn't say it is providing for workers. All his mind is on the contractors. In addition, the unemployment rate is the lowest it has been in years. Friends, stay focused. This was a post made by Andy Williams. And to this day, I ask myself this question.
Why are you so ignorant and stupid, boy? Why are you so ignorant and stupid? You eat your school fee? Ignorant and stupid, boy. Why are you so ignorant and stupid? You eat your school fee?
Somebody responded, however, by saying, "Sometimes I see nonsense and the time it takes to read using so many brain cells under the previous administration," as he said. 1. Roadwork was given for more than 2 months in the year, sometimes more than 5 months plus. Project Build Back Better still can't meet the amount that was on the housing brigade the past administration had in place. It must be low, speaking to the unemployment, because of the past administration prudent management of the economy. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start by saying this. Andy Williams, whenever Keith Claudius Mitchell makes a statement in Grenada, you be the last person to comment on it. Let me repeat myself. Andy Williams, when Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Claudius Mitchell makes a statement in Grenada, Andy, be the last person to comment, to mention, to talk about anything that he said. If Dr. Mitchell says a turtle is a fish, say yes. Because I can't understand or attempt to comprehend why some of you guys within the National Democratic Congress still continue to believe that you all can compare yourself or your hurry-come-up self with some of the persons that are stalwart politicians, not today. Before politics, Andy, we knew you for 3 things. You were possible felony, alleged, and the other, you was a rascal business owner. That is all that goes with your name. The possibility exists that you would have been a prisoner, one, and in the other, you had a scramble business. Let me get that out of the way very early. So when you hear conversations and you talk about the opposition leader saying to you, and he saw the opposition say that, and he say this and he say that, Andy Williams, hush your mouth. Keith Claudius Mitchell is the holder of a doctorate. It is quote unquote said he could be the richest politician in Grenada. That is to be said. He has served as not just a political leader, but as prime minister within the state for any other name that you can bring up. Keith is the only politician in the Caribbean that have won 3 elections by a clean sweep. It have never happened before. Yeah? Within the Caribbean, Dr. Mitchell has sit on every chair as chairman, including the West Indies Cricket Board, including RSS, just to name a few. So, brother, let me tell you something. Bat in your section. So even if Dr. Mitchell says that, say yes. Say yes. About Lord help us. The fact of the matter is, this is not an initiative created by your organization. The implementation of the No project is because a hurricane passed. Like, all you keep forgetting that. All you get to know like nothing was going on in Grenada. And then the National Democratic Congress as an administration come up with a great idea to do a Build Back Better project. So when you speak of a project that would have happened because of its circumstances, Dr. Mitchell didn't have to wait for the bush to grow or hurricane to pass to ensure that he had a road work. So when you come and boast of the contractors island-wide because of a project Build Back Better, it's because a hurricane pass. Why you keep forgetting that? You're acting on the notion as if, well, nothing was going on in Grenada and NDC just decide we're going to do this great project. The expectation from your administration is that at this stage, we are supposed to be very close to 1,250 houses. 5-year 1, 5-year 2, and just to come for the half, we go say we go give all you about a little, maybe a 150 by now, you should have started bill already. Or 250. Going into year 3, heading towards our 1,500 houses. So we say 1,250 houses at this stage should have been built. Close to 3 years after, due to the passage of a hurricane, you all bring a project, Build Back Better, and you're on the notion that when the Prime Minister or the past Prime Minister would have mentioned, or the former Prime Minister would have mentioned that he says the economy was boosting, is because it was initiatives taken on by his administration to ensure that our economy was propelling. Not because of a hurricane. He didn't wait for a hurricane. Road work is what propelled many of the economic boosting. So when you hear he say that, hush your mouth, he has a doctorate in that. Remember, maths and numbers are stun on this fella, you know? The only thing that will stun you on is bounce check. So when you hear Dr. Mitchell speak on issues, hush your mouth. Let somebody else speak. So if they say, Andy, Doc say that, say, okay, let me give somebody else the mic. You're crazy. You? Of all persons? Help me out with that day. Brother Hosford, help me out with that.
Our country is in trouble. Our country is in trouble. And this year, the New National Party is celebrating 40 years as a dynamic and successful political organization in Grenada. And that is a great milestone. But sisters and brothers, you know what is even greater than marking 40 years as a political organization in Grenada? But 40 years as the only political organization that restored democracy in Grenada. Only one. Only one. So when they try to beat us up with the half-baked political hitmen who strike some luck and they feel that there are some gurus and tell us that we are a dying party, joke they're making. 40 years going onward and upward, keep it moving. And we will show them. They want to learn politics.
Thank you very much, Brother Hosford. Need I say more? Need I say more? Because of your political because of your political organization, Dr. Mitchell said this.
It's but NDT put go off to sleep. Put the lands to sleep. I used to think that Guav never sleeps, but NDT put Guav to sleep.
And that is a fact. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a fact. These fellas and them sick. You understand me? At this stage, a lot of these zonal meetings and even programs like this, we're calling them out. We're saying to you promises that you would have made, things that you would have said. That is what we're calling you out on. Or you still want to beat Tebe? We're not here to beat Tebe anymore. The honeymoon is over. The time you all had to post all your pictures and give all your talk and say this project and this document and this is signed. Dr. Mitchell say he's going to address number 10. We ready now. We gave all your time to give all your story. True or false? Or you give all your time. So nowadays when we have zonal meetings, we're doing this. We asking you questions on this.
The National Democratic Congress commits to regularizing the status of contract workers who are working for the government and Imani workers who are working for the government within 12 months of assuming office. Within 12 months of assuming office.
Brothers and sisters, we are calling on this administration. The promise that was made to make all workers permanent, to make all Imanis permanent, we are saying as an opposition, push ahead with that promise. We are saying to push ahead with that promise.
Confusion days done. We done with the table with all you. We are now asking you guys that the promises made, the decisions that you all said that you will not have made by the stroke of a pen. This is what the purpose of the zonal meeting is calling you guys out on now. Yeah.
Meeting that we hold.
So nowadays, when they see a two little meeting again, Brother Hosford, assist me.
Sisters and brothers, we are here this evening as we have been in these zonal meetings. And you know, the New National Party has decided to hold these meetings. Two liquor meeting that we hold, then people start to get frightened and two meeting we hold and the transformers transform, cussing one another and biting and saying they must fire this one and fire that one because they're afraid NNP return to office. Well, that is the very mission, because our mission, sisters and brothers, is to rescue this country from the situation that is in now. So we're not afraid We're not afraid of the bickering on the airwaves, and you're going to see a lot more of that, you know. They talk about transformation, you will see the transformers shift and change and shift until they disappear, because we want them to disappear.
So we're not afraid, ladies and gentlemen. We are aware. Yeah? We are aware. Yeah, one say you want Orlando's head. Okromod say time to get rid of Orlando. You want Orlando walk now. The bread that they chase Pastor Lecret for. That Pastor Lecret say the bread in cutting right. Nowadays, fellas are seeing that the oven getting hot. Yeah, the oven start to get hot. So fellas now start to look at each other now, because I said to you guys, and our dear sister said it. I'll tell you, you could delete anything else, but you can't delete words. Yeah, and I want to play today again, because the dear sister said it. It's not we. And you see the thing about it, as I said to you, sometimes when you speak honestly, and many times I've played clips here, right, where genuinely you hear persons say things genuinely, like number 10 saying in the in the House of Parliament that only the new National Party can rescue a Grenada. That's genuine. This wasn't fake. Yeah, this wasn't she trying to make anybody else look good. Yeah, she was speaking from the heart. She was speaking honestly. And so I want to play a clip again where one of them spoke honestly years ago. Years ago they spoke honestly. And let me play that clip for you.
You have to do is look at it. It is almost impossible to get rid of your DNA. And that appears to be particularly true about the National Democratic Congress, which has mired itself in confusion and suspicion for so long that even what looks like a brand new day is threatened by old dark clouds.
You can't help it. You can't help it, because their words are genuine, and that is a fact. The new National Party, and look at 2008, look at now, same thing. He took office, the party stayed, he stood back. Dr. Mitchell say he take his loss, he hurt him, but he take his loss. Dr. Mitchell took his time, again, rejuvenated the party, motivated the party, developed the party, and we came back. Here again, you can't change your DNA. A change, how she put it? She said a leopard. Tell them, sister.
That appears to be particularly true about the National Democratic Congress,
Yes.
which has mired itself in confusion and suspicion for so long.
Look
at it. It is almost impossible to get rid of your DNA. And that appears to be particularly true about the National Democratic Congress, which has mired itself in confusion and suspicion for so long that even what looks like a brand new day is threatened by old dark clouds.
Right.
NDC has a spectacular history of feeding on its own.
Right.
Can this leopard change its own spots?
Good question.
For better and even for its own good?
You see, I tell you, they don't start. And then later on down, clips like this are going to be dug up. Because you guys know who rubbing up their shoulder and all getting raised. Those were your words. Those are things you remind the Grenadian people thereof. That this is an organization that it is stuck on failure. They are stuck on self-destruction. They're stuck on a party that has a series of infights, whether or not it happens with the old or whether or not it happens with the young. they are going to destruct for themselves. NNP don't need to do anything. Look at what is happening now. Check on your fingers. The discontinued projects and the joke road projects that is happening now. Even if NNP say you have a break road that they know they have money to do and the fundings are there, they go in and joke the road, and 2 months after, you don't hear nothing about the road again. They might work for 4 or 5 days and then the road remains like that. Let NNP just say, but we had gotten the grant for this. You see, they go and they joke the road, and then they go on H.A. Blaze Street, a main road within the town of St. George. A main road. No, somebody please tell me, what could be more urgent? What could be more urgent than this road? The maneuver to be made even from the Green Street area to get onto the H.A. Blaze Street area. You saying to me that even if ministers of government, the Prime Minister himself, traverse in those areas as regularly as some people, maybe if it was a road where the Prime Minister was leaving, or maybe if that way they was going to have CARICOM meeting, then we would have seen that road built fast. But Brother Cornwall, when the people of your constituency ask for a two road, you're asking the question where they expect government to get monies. But look at the areas and the things that they're doing and the spending that they're doing in other areas. The state of Grenada for years has had an area designated for elected Prime Minister, the Prime Minister's residence. So take it to mean that the present Prime Minister says, hey, I don't like the with all the grants and all the monies that is passing left, right, and center from CBI program to all kind of thing. Look at to date, the Prime Minister has never consciously, as a Prime Minister, say, well, let me find a money for the Prime Minister's resident. Let me see if I could, do a refurbishment, a renovation, or rebuilding. But the state purse is being attacked in over $20,000+ to facilitate the accommodation of the Prime Minister to date, while the state's owned resident is left to worsen. So if it was bad when he, as he said, other prime ministers would dwell there, it was bad, so I can't stay there. You leaving it now to dilapidate, to be a memory, right? When we lost Parliament building and we were down at the Trade Center, the past administration and the administrations, I should say, they didn't sit there and decide, let us waste the state's money, man. Let me just spend money on the state from the state's purse. Even the 2008 National Democratic Congress was a part of the process as it relates to the Parliament building where it is now. Even after taking office in 2008, after the passing of Hurricane Ivan in 2004, when they took office, they made the Parliament building a priority. For those of us who knows the history about that, I think it was the Tillman Thomas administration that did the initial conversation about the Parliament building, and that's the facts. Can run from the facts and the truth. But they saw it was important that they come away from paying a rent for the sitting of Parliament from the taxpayers' money to say, well, let me just rent down. They said, no, let's look for an area and let's build a parliament building. And it is today constructed in Mount Weldale. Vision, understanding, economic management. But the Prime Minister, 2 years after, 3 years after, have you heard anything about the Prime Minister's residence? No. No. But they sit and they hide and they expect us as supporters to say, yeah, everything going well, man. And let me say to you guys, Washington DC's meeting today, a Washington DC's meeting is a sign. People are now listening to the zonal meetings. As all you say, people are showing up. So even if we have 50 at the events, as all you say, and we have 100 watching the lives, then we're looking good. We're going places. The messages are coming across. And that is the intention. That is the mission. That the message goes across. Ladies and gentlemen, I will end today's program by reminding you guys, go get registered. Inform the people around you as it relates to the compared governance. The new National Party, the National Democratic Congress. Make it as vivid as possible. Make it as vivid as possible. To ensure that we pass the right information to our younger generation and new voters. And mind you, that is we first target. Our young voters. Our young voters. Our youth arm, as I said, is alive and well and kicking. Have the young people reach out to us. Tariq Frank and others. Yeah? In going forward, we'll start giving information as related to contact numbers and so on. Don't forget, on Sunday, General Council meeting, contact your constituency leads, find out as it relates to transportation, pick up points, so on and so forth. And Sunday, we are going to show them that we are a party to reign. We are a party to reign. At this stage, the terminology we can't see down has officially commenced. We on the move, ain't nobody. As a good friend of mine used to say, you could slow me down, but you can't stop me. You could slow me down, but you can't stop me. And this is the new national party for you. The loss of an election might have slowed us down, but we ain't stopped. This engine keeps moving. Maybe we started slowly, but like the train, through the train, what he says? We continue to propel, we continue to push, we continue to fight. Not physically, not on Facebook bullying them, but through stats and proof of their failure and continued failure. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure for another wonderful day to have been in your company. As I said, don't forget the change in terms of the date for the bingo, which would be happening now on the 27th of October. Same place, same prizes, more fun. And we need to see much more of you guys, right? So $60 would get you a ticket, $100 would get you two. We have a vehicle to give away, $50,000, and lots of other giveaways. Yeah? $100,000 is up for grabs. Your General Council meeting, the General Council meeting happens this Sunday. We're going to move Granitang to the Trade Center. Let me show them green on Sunday. Let's move Granitang. You see the lush green vegetation that happens in Granitang? We're going to move it to the Trade Center on Sunday. And there on forward to zonal meetings, to the much anticipated by them convention that they keep calling for, the 40th celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, the NNP is in full glee, full joy, full development, full motivation. And we want each and every one of you guys on board, right? Come out in the dark. For many of you guys who are in the dark, come outside. Yeah? Let we do freedom. Let they fight, they fight. Let they try to get rid of the PRO and the who and the who. We go part. But let they fight still. You know, sometimes you just leave them dog and them in the yard to fight until, you know, and then you throw water. Let they fight a little while still. Yeah? And then when we realize that they dug and out, we will drop them in the hospital. But let they incur their wounds on their own. Until next Monday again, we're going to see Sunday. Definitely is going to see us on Sunday. Yeah? Women nice green shirt on Sunday. And to look proper Sunday. Well, I'm going to shave up and looking good on Sunday. So we're going to see on Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. To the persons in Victoria, St. Mark's, he's not going to make it's not a public announcement, but I'm going to be reaching out to some persons, young persons in St. Mark's, and definitely we want to get you guys on a nice little setting, a nice little forum on Saturday. So you can contact the party office. You can contact me on 418-3702. If you see Royden Bihari, I can't remember Mr. Bihari's number off my head, or even Dr. Modest. So the party office, myself, Mr. Bihari, or Dr. Modest, we would get in contact with you, or we're trying to get in contact with some of you guys for an engagement that we are proposing to have on Saturday with the young people within the different polling divisions in St. Mark's. Yeah? So from all the polling divisions from 1 to 6, I think it's about 6 areas, we're going to get in contact with you guys. We want to get you guys ready, and we want to motivate you guys. So we're going to continue our different events as they come along. So that's for the persons in St. Mark's. I'm certain that there are different constituencies also that may want me to push that out. So there are different youth leadership in your different constituencies. You can find out who they are. We don't just want you guys to hear politics. Yeah? Conversation is going to happen because this is a political organization. Yeah? But the fact at the end of the day is to ensure that we keep you guys motivated and in the know as it relates to our upcoming events, what we do propose for you as young people that is involved and in and around the party, and to ensure that when we are again the government here in Grenada, you are not going to be as forgotten as of now. Because I know you guys are, the only thing that you'll have gotten as a successful thing is 3 different ministers. Yeah, record 2 years, 3 ministers, perfect, and they call themselves the best. But have yourself a wonderful evening. We are going to see you again next Monday. God's blessings to each and every one of you. And as I said, the tune that I'm about to play, it is the NNP's 40th anniversary song, one of our songs. And so we want you guys to get used to this one, all right?
40 years we going strong and getting stronger. It's a celebration, we love it. The future looking real bright, and we moving on just right. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary.